Hey, True Believer, Sanglantine here with another rant video. I apologize if you're not used to these. They're basically just me going off on a subject, and I have a couple of ideas of what I'm going to say, but generally I just start talking, and what I start talking about might not even be what I end up talking about. It's just the way I'm thinking. And the subject, what really got me is I'm getting a lot of comments on some reviews I've been doing. Now, of course, Jack did a video about something like this, not the same thing, a little bit ago, where he was saying, people are mad. One guy said his reviews were biased when he gave Marvel a win on the Marvel versus DC, which I've given 2 in the last couple of weeks, as a matter of fact. And which is kind of funny because for the last 6 months, it's been a DC slaughterhouse. Yeah, you give them a couple of wins, all of a sudden, you're biased! Oh, you SJW cuck motherfucker! That kind of stuff. And yeah, that's how any time you hear that kind of stuff, that's what you hear. But recently, with the Marvel Legacy, they've kind of changed things up. And I've noticed some of the books are actually good. Not all of them. And some of them are just average. But a few of them are actually pretty good. Yet, we're still hearing it. There's a seething hatred for Marvel. And trust me, I understand it. I've been doing videos about it for the last year, about how Marvel and their identity politics have just been ruining the characters. So this is not a retraction of any of that, because I still stand against identity politics firmly. But I am willing to see when they do well. I don't hate the company and will always hate them if they don't change up. I did not like the New 52, so I stopped reading DC. If I had a YouTube channel at the time, I wouldn't have stopped. I would have kept going for the reviews. But I didn't, so there was no need for me to continue. And I stopped with Marvel Comics after Secret Empire. Well, not Secret Empire, what was that? Secret Invasion. It wasn't good. So, okay, you're done. Out. But anyway, recently, now I'm not saying Marvel has changed. They still have made mistakes. They did get a new editor-in-chief. We're going to talk about that. But my thinking is, are we so far gone? And I'm asking you, are you so far gone that even if Marvel changes, you will not be able to come back? See, I'm kind of like that with Captain America right now. That last book was meh at best. But the thing is I can't get past the fact that that's Kobik's little memory. And this was not originally Marvel's plan. Now, maybe they're going to do some great Captain America stories, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a Brubaker-like run of great Captain America. So you might as well get Grunwald back. Let's do some good for them to save Captain America for me. They really have to have a good run. But I started thinking, is that how some of us are? Are we to the point where Marvel has screwed us over so much? Doesn't matter if they're doing good books anymore. I'm done. That's all. Oh, I am done with Marvel Comics. I've said this before. I do not trust those that have been entrusted with our characters. That's it. Now, some of them are winning me back. Chip Zdarsky, who started Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man really poorly, has begun to pick it up again. And I like these last 2 issues. I can recommend these last 2 issues. And I hope it continues. But as far as the writers, the artists, for the most part, no, I'm over them. If it was not for this YouTube channel, if it was not for the Marvel versus DC videos, I could drop them, and I'd be happy. Even though I am reading some decent books, I could do that. So, yeah, that was my question. And mind you, there is no judgment here. It's not like, you can't let it go. Why not? I'm not doing that. It's just that when things like this happen, I question myself. And so I figured, hey, maybe it'd be a good video and some good conversation to question you guys as well. I'm very introspective that way. I always look into myself. Is this what I'm doing? Is this where I'm coming from? And why? Which, like I said, it could make for good conversation. That's why I would do a video about it. That's why I am doing this video about it, because ultimately it's something to look at. I have a it's a low-level success of a YouTube channel. In our group, I think I'm like mid-tier, I guess. But I think myself, Doug Ernst, Captain Cummings, Diversity in Comics, Mim, everybody, Frugal, when we talk about the industry and we talk about how bad Marvel Comics is treating everybody, are we contributing, yes, thank you. I hate it when words don't sound right in my head. But are we contributing to a hatred of a company that goes beyond what it really should be? Because you hear it from us damn near daily. So is that making what was bad worse? That's one of those questions, that's one of those questions that I would ask myself. Is this actually contributing, to the point where it's making not only us, because we're literally looking for something to talk about, and maybe we could twist it around. Heather Antos goes out and buys Mentos, just to go with the toes theory. And then we have to, and this is why Marvel Comics sucks, because she takes time out of her busy schedule to eat a mint. We look for anything we can talk about, and yeah, we need the clicks. And unfortunately, this is a comic book review of Amazing Spider-Man number 69, does not get clicks. But holy shit, this comic book will give you cancer, that gets clicks. So yeah, we need to find anything, but is that kind of mindset helping to exacerbate the problem? Are we contributing to the hatred? That is a thought. And let me stop all of the, well, you just forgot. No, fuck you. I made 500 videos. Now, usually I say, argue the point, not the person. But if you're one of the persons who think that because I think about this kind of stuff, that I forgot all the shit that Marvel did, even though I've done 500 freaking videos on it, then the point is you're a fucking moron. So I can say that. No longer is the point about whether or not is Marvel this. The point is you're a fucking moron if after 500 videos I question something. That means I've completely switched sides. Oh no, what you doing? You're not saying exactly what I want to hear. No, fuck you. Okay, back to the thing. Seriously, it is a question to have to ask, because if you are angry enough to hate the fact that somebody wrote a good review on something they thought was good, are you too far gone? And once again, this is not an insult. This is an actual question. This is something that I myself thought. It also goes to the point where, is it a social justice warrior book, SJW? Let's get that out there. Social justice warrior is what SJW means. But we've kind of twisted that word around to mean identity politics, or we've turned it around to mean maybe some people have taken it to be anti-white, which is, in my opinion, it's identity politics anyway. Anytime the race or the gender or the sexual orientation of a person is put above the characteristics of the person, then, and I know some people, well, that is character. Fuck you. Okay, you're focusing on the wrong part of the story. Anytime they put that over other things, that's identity politics. And so yeah, if you see a book and it stars a black person, do you automatically think that's identity politics? See, and if so, how much of that has those of us who are talking against identity politics helped that out? You know, that's something, like I said, I am very introspective. That's kind of the thing that I wonder. Because, no, Black Lightning, that's not an identity politics thing. They talk poorly about some cops in it. I'm watching The Punisher as I'm on episode 7 right now as I'm recording this. And I did notice that every cop in the in this show is corrupt in some way, or they'll fake it. Did you reach for my gun? No, sir, I did not. And then they take the person down. So, like, there's not a good cop in The Punisher. Well, there are, but they really make a point to show you the bad ones. I think I'll have to do a full review when I'm done with that. Anyway, back. You know what I just realized? I showed off the fact that, you know, forget about the identity politics and Marvel and all that kind of stuff. I'm triggered by the well, actually, guys. You know, because it really does make this job kind of difficult. Because you just want to talk, and I do that. I turn on the mic and I talk, or if I have a subject, I'll think about what I'm going to say, but I don't really script it. And sometimes I'll say A instead of B, but they're very close, and you get the well, actually cry. Well, actually, this is this and this and this. You get the fucking point. You do. Do you really honestly think if I say, oh, wow, yeah, maybe, man, The Punisher, first appearance, 128, 127, you really honestly think I don't know it's 129? Maybe, just maybe, it was a brain fart, you know, you just, oh, God, you know. It's okay, though, because sometimes it's really cool to have the, well, actually, guys to correct something, you know, because it's like, just, okay, I know I could look it up, but, and sometimes it's just fun, because the internet knows. If you don't know, there's somebody out there who knows. So on one hand, it's great to have the information. It's great to have people who know, because whatever you don't, somebody else does. But on the other hand, it's the nitpicky shit, and we are a nitpicky crowd, aren't we? I mean, that is just a comic book collector right there. It's a nitpicky crowd. My brother's like that, though. My brother is a well, actually guy. Chef Jack, yeah, he is. He'll probably get mad at this, and I'm going to get some comment from him in the comments below. But yeah, he's probably why I get triggered by it, because I had to live with his ass. But then again, I was very passive-aggressive growing up. Like, he's got a hot temper, and when he would start to lose his temper, I would basically get a stick and start poking the bear until he lost it. So, yeah, I can understand. I can, and I guess I could understand the well, actually thing. So, you know, yeah, sorry for blowing up back there, guys. I guess. I mean, we all have our things, right? Anyway, back. I guess I'll since I'm kind of rolling around on a tangent here, I'll just summarize and close up. But it really is something that I wanted to look at myself, and then I would ask you guys the question. Is Marvel done for you? Are they dead to you? Can they ever come back if they still... or is it just too soon? I mean, that might be it. Yeah, there's... Chip Zdarsky is writing a good story in Spider-Man. I enjoyed the Shang-Chi, and I know nobody's watched that video. I swear to God, if I just said this is the worst chop socky kung fu thing and didn't put like it's the best, maybe it would get more views. Negativity does sell. Nobody's watched that Shang-Chi video, but I enjoyed the book. It's a freaking fun as hell book. You know, that one was good. Power Pack was good. Those are one-shots, though. You know, so maybe that's it. You know, I've read some decent books, but is it too soon for Marvel to come back to you? Even if they start writing good stories, which some of them are good, some of them are bad, but even if they started writing good stories with your characters, will it still take time for you to go back to the Marvel fold, or are you washing your hands of them completely? I guess that's the question I put to you, because I definitely had to put it to myself. And mine is, if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I wouldn't be rating Marvel Comics. Anyway, once again, sorry for the blow up there, guys. Those are my thoughts on the subject. What are yours? You know, anything that I talked about, the well, actually, guys, the hatred for Marvel Comics. Can you come back to the fold, or is it just too soon, even if they are writing some good comics? Let me know in the comments below on anything I talked about. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, 1, click like. 2, share to get the word out. And of course, if you haven't done it already, hit subscribe and notification. Also, tell me if you like the rant videos, because I don't know, maybe I'm just pissing people off. That's, a good question also. Also, this is the way we make our living, so if you don't mind, head on over to Patreon or VidMe and drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on, helps keep making these videos for you. If you liked them, of course. I'm assuming if you made it this far, you did. The links are in the description below. Also, to our good friend Captain Frugal, all of his information is in the description below, too. He deserves more subscribers at YouTube. And, he, too, has a VidMe page, and it's there as well. Like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers who once again want to join the Merry Marvel Marching Society, thank you very much for watching.
He's that sulky, over bulky, kinda hulky superhero. Optimistic and electrically transistored superhero. An exotically neurotic and aquatic superhero. The Marvel superheroes have arrived. They are cane-striking superhero, changed to Viking superhero. A humding and real swinging shield, flinging superhero. They're the latest.